we were talking about how your soul can eject from your body before a tragic or traumatic death. And this one says, wonder how that works with those who take themselves back home like hanging. So suicides, there's a couple of things with suicides that I've read a lot on and asked my own guides to for other clients. Suicides are the one thing that you're really not allowed to do. And obviously you could do it, but it's the one thing that they're like, please do not do that. You could do almost anything else because this is a planet of free will, but please don't do that, because what it does is it ends your contract early, okay? You've made agreements to come here and deal with karma and learn things and then bring this back, and you agreed to come here. It's not like anyone forced you against your will. You may feel against your will now being on earth because this energy is so dense and really hard to live in, right? Sometimes it feels suffocating because it's heavy. I get it. It's heavy and it's slow. But you wanted to come here to learn some stuff. So when you break that contract early by committing suicide, what you do is you create more karma for yourself, because you are not able to work through the lessons that you were supposed to work through. And not only have you done that, you've stopped that right there. Any ability you had to learn lessons with people who are also supposed to learn lessons with you, because it's all divine timing, okay? You've messed that up for them, so now they have to correct course, right? But you have all the karma you've built up in your current life, plus everything that you haven't dealt with yet. So it's more. You're just stacking more up against. So when you commit suicide, you come back and you essentially live a very similar type of life, because you have to work through all the same circumstances. So you're just going to be putting yourself in the same thing again instead of just pushing through, right? And you just really got to suck it up. There's lots of things you can do to make yourself feel better, feel less trapped, feel more hopeful, things like that, like finding out your soul purpose, because then you have something to work forward to. But it's really just not recommended that you end it early with suicide. Now, if you have a traumatic death, it still goes with suicide. Traumatic death, my guides are telling me sometimes they let them stay because it's they're just coming in and telling me, I can feel the pressure right here in my head. Sometimes they let them experience that because it was their choice, so they're encouraged not to do it again in the future, come back and live the same life and commit suicide again. But if it's super traumatic and it would do more harm bringing forth that information subconsciously into the next life, then they will allow them to eject the body. So it's really all about lessons and what that person needs to learn to be able to move forward. But non-suicides, you are always able to eject early from that body, so you do not have to experience that. Suicides, it just depends. That's up to your spirit team on what would help you best.